Hey, y'all. Welcome to Eagle Talk. I am here with a really good friend of mine, Mr. Dr. Anderson. He is my personal chiropractor, and we want to just talk some chiropractic care today. How you doing, Doc?
I'm great. I'm great. Thanks for having me. I've been waiting a long time to get here.
He been ready. I called him last night. He said, I'm ready for you. So it's showtime. It's showtime. Yeah. I was talking to Rosemary last week, and we always talking finance. We always talking business, relationship, travel. And we said, we don't really talk about health. I said, I got the perfect person to bring in. So tell them a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Yeah. So, again, I'm a doctor of chiropractic, and, it was a long journey to get to where I am now, for where I began. So humble beginnings, grew up in St. Louis, moved to Chicago for a little bit, and then, started practicing in Chicago after I graduated from chiropractic college, and learned a lot from my mentors in Chicago. Had a outstanding time. And then what we decided was, I met my wife up there. Chicago's good to us, and decided to come down to Texas to lay down some roots.
Yeah.
And start the practice, and the rest is history.
Shout out to Liz, your wife. I like the Chicago, St. Louis to Chicago, the Midwest Connect. Now we're down here doing our thing. As you're speaking, I'm sitting there thinking about your Facebook post from earlier. No other way would I want to celebrate today with the announcement of your third location.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to tell them about that. Let them know about 1, 2, and now the new baby.
Absolutely. So back when we moved here, Liz and I, my wife, my rock, my foundation, we started our first location in Allen, Texas in 2015.
Okay.
And then after several years of being in business and growth and growing the practice and understanding how to really build a business, we decided in the midst of the pandemic to open up the second location in Aubrey / Prosper area of Texas in the summer of 2020.
Okay.
And then just as you said, we just announced today about our third location in Melissa, Texas.
Yeah, that's a big deal. It's a lot of growth, man, in a short period of time. Thank you for letting us know who you are and what you do. Now I want to talk a little bit about chiropractic care. And those of you that know me, I own a barber school. We've had it since 2009. And I used to cut hair every day from open to close. And probably about a year and a half, 2 years in, I started having back problems. And that's when I started going to the chiropractor and just learning about the care that you need for your body. So I don't know. I started out twice a week, then I got down to maybe once a week, and then once every other month. So let's talk about how that works for the body and the continued, I don't want to say progression, but the self-care. Like how you have to, monitor what's going on with your body and just the routine that you need to stay in.
Absolutely. So, most people come in here, to the office with some type of pain, an acute situation. Their neck hurts, their back hurts. And in your case, you were providing, a service. I see a lot of barbers, a lot of dental hygienists, people who are serving and bending over, standing long periods of time, right?
That was my problem, yes.
Exactly. So it becomes a chronic issue. And people come to chiropractic to seek means of healing without drugs or surgery. They want to be proactive in their health care, but not be so invasive.
Yeah.
And so that's where chiropractic really fits into the whole scheme of healthcare, is because it is a great way to take care of your body from the inside out, natural holistic approach, and really realign all your joints.
Yeah. I like that. You talked about the realignment, because I needed we went through a couple of x-rays and trying to track my progress over the years. Yeah. But let's talk about the myths of chiropractic care, because there's a lot of them out there. People, do you need it? Don't you need it? How long do you need it? Is insurance covered by it? And so on and so forth.
It's so many questions. There's so many myths out there. Like you said, I'm about to bust all those right now.
Go for it.
About to bust them. So when you talk about the myths of chiropractic, and I'm about to bust some of those myths right now, you talk about, first and foremost, people ask, well, are chiropractors real doctors?
Yeah.
Right. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Get that a lot. And I will say, yes, we are.
Yeah.
We do a lot of school, spend a lot of time in labs and doing, all the necessary work to put in to get to where we are. And so first and foremost, we after our undergrad degree in some type of science, we have to get a four-year degree to get our doctorate of chiropractic. Okay. So that's myth number one busted. Yes, I'm official.
Right.
Doctor. I got a big old degree that says
Dr. Anderson. Y'all better put some respect on it.
And so then you get, okay, once you go to a chiropractor, you got to keep going.
Yeah.
I hear that a lot. You're like, oh, once I go to the chiropractor, I got to keep going. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
I tell people that's awesome. When you go to the gym and you lose your 20 pounds, do you stop going to the gym?
Yeah. Well, from my understanding, it's a form of maintenance. Is that right?
Right.
Okay.
You maintain it.
Yeah.
You maintain the results. Once we get you in proper alignment and you're good, you're out of that state of acute. Now you want to maintain and be proactive.
Yeah.
Right. You don't want to go backwards.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like 2 times a week or once a week. It could look like once a month for you.
Yeah.
That's just to make sure that you stay right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what people are scared of, the popping. The popping of the bones. That's why most people don't go to the chiropractor.
Yeah.
They don't want their neck cracked and their back cracked. So let's talk about that. But it's really a good thing though, right?
Yeah, it's a great thing. It's a great thing. That means something has happened. Something's moved, right?
Okay.
In the midst of social media and YouTube, and you hear these channels and chiros going in and videotaping and recording their patients getting adjusted. They put the mic right by them and it's pow, crack.
Yeah.
And people like, oh shoot, man. First of all, it doesn't hurt.
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't hurt. That's another myth, right?
Yeah.
People think, oh, it's going to hurt. No, it doesn't. Mm-hmm. It just makes a noise, but that noise is nothing more than in between your bones, you have this space. Mm-hmm. And when you move a bone really fast, it just makes this crack noise. Mm-hmm. And all that is air being released from the joint.
Yeah.
That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
So I've been going to chiropractic for a while. I don't know a lot, nowhere near what you know. But from what I've heard through the chiropractors that I've had over the years, I know that the nervous system is important. So let's talk about the importance of taking care of the nervous system.
Right. And so that is the foundation of chiropractic. That's what it's all about. The nervous system is the system that we affect directly through the adjustment. So when I'm laying hands on people and I'm moving their joint, I am taking pressure off of the nervous system.
Got it.
And the importance of the nervous system, it controls everything. Every other system in your body functions because of your nervous system. Your brain connects with your body through your spinal cord. Mm-hmm. And then from your spinal cord, think of a tree out through all the branches, which are your nerves. Mm-hmm. So if you have a bone that's being that's misaligned and it's putting pressure, a tremendous amount of pressure on that nerve, then your brain can't tell that body part what to do because it's being interfered with. That makes sense. Think of like a computer, and the computer is the control, right? And you have a wire going to your keyboard. Well, if there's a kink in that wire or short in the wire, the keyboard won't work. Yeah. And so I gotta go in there and figure out where the kink is and take that kink out so your computer can talk to that keyboard.
Okay, so I got it. So the adjustment is actually getting the pressure off of the nervous system.
Exactly. So that everything else can function. Okay. And that's where true health comes from.
Okay. So I've been in your office. I don't know. You've been my chiropractor for I've been 8 years, maybe 4, 5, 6 years.
It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time. Yeah. So I noticed that I see children and babies. In there.
Absolutely.
Let's talk about the importance of that, because a lot of people don't realize the importance of having a young child or even a baby going to the chiropractor at that age.
Yeah. Oftentimes I hear like, why does a baby need to go to the chiropractor? Mm-hmm. They're brand new, right? They don't have any of these problems that we have as adults.
Right.
But if you've ever seen a birth and a delivery, you'll understand there's a lot of trauma that goes on.
Absolutely.
With that, for both mom and for the child. Mm-hmm. So from the very beginning of life, they can have misalignment by getting essentially born. And so
just coming out
because the doctor pulls at the head a little bit to kind of get the shoulders through, and that can cause trauma already in the neck. Mm-hmm. And so moms just want to make sure their babies start life off right. Yeah. And so we take a look, we assess the baby. We don't do adjustments like I would do an adjustment for you. Yeah. Not that much pressure, but it's still effective to make sure that the baby, starts things off right.
Okay. So what about like a middle-aged student or, 7th or 8th grader student? Does the pressure and technique change?
the pressure does change. I can put a little bit more pressure into their body now.
Okay.
And the reason why we take care of, your youth is because now they're going to start to become active. They're going to be doing sports. And if you remember back in the day when you were in a nurse's office or in PE class, they had you reach your toes and bend over. They're looking at your back. So the screening process of scoliosis starts at that age.
Okay.
Scoliosis is a curvature of your spine that shouldn't be curved.
Yeah.
So that's a great time to have a child be checked by a chiropractor.
I remember even looking at my personal x-ray, I thought that, and let me know if I'm wrong,
Okay.
that kind of looking at, I guess, the neck part, I thought it should be like straight up and down.
Yeah, yeah.
But it should have a little curve in it,
Right? Mama says sit up tall, sit up straight.
Yeah.
You should have military spine.
Yeah.
Well, actually, on the inside, our spine is curved.
Okay.
From the side view, and that's the way it should be, because those curves, because we stand vertically, there's pressure from gravity that goes down.
Okay.
And those curves allow a little bit of give, like a shock absorber in your car.
Yeah, like a
Exactly.
Got it.
Exactly. So most people come into the office, and I give them an example of what two spines look like, and I ask them, I say, hey, which one do you think is normal? They always point to the straight neck. And I say, hey, I hate to burst your bubble, but that ain't the way it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
That ain't the one. That ain't the one.
Yeah, I don't know why I thought that, but as I got educated, I just learned how it was supposed to look. And I looked at more and more x-rays of myself over the years.
Exactly.
And I know we diving right into it, but I asked him to do this for me as a personal favor, and I know I don't have a lot of time, so I'm trying to get all of the answers, with all of the questions out. Here's one. I'm actually gonna give you two.
Okay.
Let's talk about chiropractic care with a pregnant woman. And let's also talk about, how do you pick a good chiropractor? There's so many of them out here, right? Every couple, I don't know.
On every corner, like a Starbucks.
10, 20, 30. Like, how do you know where you're going? I mean, outside of like Google, right? But how do you pick somebody or go to somebody that you know that you're going to get the results that you want?
Okay, so let's talk about pregnancy, and I specialize in prenatal care.
Okay.
When I treat the baby, usually I treated the baby while they were still inside.
Oh wow!
And so I treat the mom when she's pregnant, and then when the baby arrives, I start adjusting the baby. But the reason why we want to adjust the pregnant mother is because one of the things that really can change the labor and delivery for the better for her and the child is adjustments.
Okay.
Typically, as the mother grows and the baby gets bigger, there's the belly starts to get larger, and then the mom starts to arch her back a little bit to kind of center herself when she's kind of wobbling, right?
Yeah.
So then the pelvis starts to spread to get ready for labor. Well, that spreading of those hips and that leaning back causes a lot of back pain and a lot of issues in their hips. And so they come to see chiropractic care because it's effective, and it helps them reduce discomfort while pregnant and can decrease labor and delivery times, which is huge, and decrease their pain while they're going through labor and delivery, which, hey, I can never be pregnant. However, I would imagine that that's what they would want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that is hands down, prenatal chiropractic care is one of the best things a pregnant, soon-to-be mom can do.
Okay, that's really good information that even I didn't know. I just used to still see, expected mothers in there all the time. I'm like, I didn't really know that.
Oh man, then COVID hit. Man, I seen a whole bunch. They talking about COVID babies.
Yeah,
that's real.
Okay, all right. Okay, that's
real.
Sense.
That's
that
real.
Makes sense. All right, even though I'm not going anywhere, and hopefully you guys reach out to Dr. Anderson. But how does a person know? Because we have viewers, not just in Texas, as you know. How do they know that they're picking a good chiropractor?
So one of the best things is word of mouth.
Okay.
As a referral. But if you don't have a referral, all right, and you're just trying to pick a chiropractor, you want to do your research. You want to look on, the website, the social, all the ways that you can find these doctors. Health grades is another approach.
What is it called? Health grades. Okay, grades.
Healthgrades.com. You can look up a chiro and find a great doctor there. There are a lot of Facebook boards and and groups that you can look into to try to choose which one works best for you. You basically want to see, what kind of school, they came from, and, what they specialize in. If there's a specialty that fits your need, whether it's sports, prenatal chiropractic care, traditional chiropractic care. If they use instrumentation, maybe you can't get a traditional adjustment. Do they have something else in their toolbox that you can use for your particular body?
Got it.
So you want to do your research and see what type of techniques they perform, and any ancillary treatment they have in their office, like massage therapy, acupuncture, things like that.
Okay, you're right. So, and I do know that you have a masseuse in your.
Yes.
Is it both offices right now, or is it just the RB office?
She works out of both.
Okay, good.
She works out of both.
Y'all heard that?
Hey,
that's Allen and RB office.
Yep. Hey, Courtney is legit. She's legit, and she does 45, 60, and 90-minute massages. Okay. Both at Allen and in Prosper.
Okay.
We're trying to figure out how she's going to fit into the new one, because she can't be everywhere.
Yeah, you got to duplicate it.
Got to duplicate it.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. So that's a good one. I'm trying to see what else I got. I was looking up a word last night. It's called.
I hope you're gonna say what I think you're gonna say.
Sublation.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not that good at it.
Yes.
But I saw it and I said, I've seen this word before. Can you pronounce it right for me?
Right.
And tell me what it means.
All right. So the word is subluxation. Subluxation. Everybody's like subluxation, subway station.
Right. I say sublation all the time.
Sublation. Right. But subluxation is a fancy term for misalignment of your joint.
Okay.
Think of dislocation.
Okay.
But not to that extreme yet.
Okay.
So sub, right below, right before a dislocation.
Got it.
So the joint isn't already all the way out. It's just shifted.
Yeah.
And that's a huge word, because that's exactly what we treat in our office every day. When I adjust the bone and you hear the pop noise, that's a misaligned joint or subluxation going back
into place.
Got
it. Okay. Yeah. All right. I'm just trying to
come with the knowledge. Okay.
All right. So I've been, and I always mess this story up, so I'm gonna let you tell it. But chiropractic care has always been very interesting to me. And in your office, you have a picture of, I believe, the gentleman. Maybe he was the first chiropractor.
Yes.
Was he?
Yes.
Okay.
Dr. D.D. Palmer.
Let's talk a little bit about him, man, because I'm a history buff, and I just like people to know, how stuff got started and just how it came to be.
All right. So 1895, Dr. D.D. Palmer was, researching about the joints in the spine back in Davenport, Iowa. And in his office, there was a janitor by the name of Harvey Lillard. Now, here's some Black history for you.
Okay.
Harvey Lillard was the first chiropractic patient ever.
Oh, wow. So we're talking pre-X-ray machines, pre-all of that.
All of that.
Okay.
All of that.
Okay.
So the story is that Harvey Lillard suffered from hearing loss. And Dr. D.D. Palmer was interested in connecting the spine to the organs and the tissues of the body. And he noticed there was a map of where that nerve goes to the ear in the spine. And so the doctor performed the first adjustment to Harvey Lillard, this janitor, and his hearing came back.
Oh, wow.
Man, it was that, and that was the beginning. That was the birth of chiropractic, and that's phenomenal.
I did not know that part of the story.
Yeah.
I know we've talked about it before, and I've seen the picture, and I asked, but I didn't know that he brought a man's hearing back through chiropractic care.
Absolutely. You see, most people think, the chiropractor is good for neck and low back pain.
Yeah.
That's what we're traditionally known for, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
It's everything. It's dysfunction of your digestive tract. Like if you have constipation, you can get adjusted and it'll help relieve that.
Oh, wow.
If you have asthma, you can relieve asthma. In babies, they have what they call colic, which is trapped gas. And so we do the adjustment for the baby, and that helps the infant calm down and release. Right. And it's amazing, man. I'm trying to tell you.
Let's talk about, we're both getting older.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So as we get older, we try to do better with the body, eating, drinking, whatever the case may be. But I've noticed as people age, they have hip problems.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about that.
Okay.
I see people talking hip replacements and all this kind of stuff, and I automatically know when you turn it to the side, you banging on that hip, banging on that hip. So tell me the importance and how can we kind of keep our hips aligned.
So the importance of hip alignment is crucial because we walk, right?
Yeah.
And we want to be, as we get older, we want to be independent.
Yeah.
We don't want to have to rely on anything like that. So that's a concern of mine because my background before I was a chiropractor was a personal trainer. And when I was training, I would often see people having trouble with certain exercises, like their knees would hurt them or their hips would hurt.
Yeah.
And I was like, why is everybody having all these issues with their hips and their knees? It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah.
Overweight. This is, talking about a pandemic. No, weight is a pandemic.
Absolutely.
And over time, those joints degenerate, meaning they get closer, right? And they get closer and closer. They lose this soft tissue.
Now you bone on
and
bone.
And then you bone on bone, grinding. And then that's when you can't move anymore, a lot of pain, and you don't have any choice at that point other than to get a hip replacement. Or a knee replacement. So my job is to help people as best I can, prevent them from going that route, if I can.
Yeah.
If you don't wait so long. It's not that bad. Next thing you know, though, you're 45, 50 years old, and it is that bad.
Yeah.
Now you got to get shots or a whole bunch of medications and surgery.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
all right. So I'm trying to feed the people, man. I'm trying to ask all the questions that I would think, people would know if they had a chance to talk to a chiropractor one-on-one.
Right. Get to the source. Don't talk on all this hearsay and all these urban legends and myths. No, ask your doctor of chiropractic. Yeah. Ask the source.
Okay. All right, so we gave you your flowers. We know where you come from. We know your stock. You've done well. I want to talk about the two doctors in your office. I like them, man. I understand business. I understand, training people to do business and help you run your business the right way. One in particular is the young gentleman that started out as an intern.
Yes.
Right out of school.
Right out of school.
And he graduated and he's a doctor and he's doing well now. So
absolutely.
Let's share him with the people.
Hey, Dr. Xavier Cooper. He's a phenomenal young chiropractor. He just graduated last August, and he started out in my office as an intern through a program through my college, Logan College of Chiropractic. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
And so I met him at a conference held by my mentor in St. Louis. And he was my liaison. I was doing a speaking engagement, and he picked me up from the airport, and he kind of, drove me around, did some other things with me. And I was like, we connected on that level. And soon thereafter, he asked me, hey, can I go into this internship program at your office in Dallas? I said, yeah, man, come on through.
Oh, see, I thought he was already down here. He was up there, and
he's in St. Louis.
I had no idea. Okay.
He was in St. Louis, and so he was just almost finishing up his program. And when you're almost done, you have to meet a certain criteria of a certain amount of adjustments to get your degree. So he matriculated to my office, and for about a whole summer, he was in the office, and I was showing him the ropes as best I can, feeding into him.
I remember
getting him right, getting his hands right. And at the end of the day, I saw potential in him.
Yeah.
And so when he got his degree that August, and he asked me, he said, "Hey, Doc, I want to join your practice, and I want a future here in Dallas with you." I said, "You know what? Hey, you did well. Let's do it."
Yeah, he was real professional, energetic. I remember you were doing a consultation. I don't know if it was an X-ray or whatever in the back room when I was there, and he walked in like, "Hey, table 2." He's sanitizing his hand like, "Oh no." But I like the fact that he wasn't scared. And I remember I called you that night and I said, "Yo, you got you one right here." That guy, So let's talk about the other doctor you got.
Yeah. So Dr. Rillo.
Okay.
Dr. Rillo, he's a great guy as well. Hands down, awesome hands. He can adjust.
Yeah.
He can adjust. And I met him through, just looking out for an opportunity for growth.
Yeah.
And so we put some things out there to seek other chiropractic physicians who wanted to jump on board with us. And he reached out to us, and we did the interview process. And I really saw some great potential in him as well.
Okay.
And the rest is history. He was our first associate doctor, coming up on 2 years now.
Okay.
And he's been doing an awesome job. Everyone loves him. He has great bedside manner. And like I said, his hands are second to none. I get it. No, but he's legit. Dr. Rillo and Dr. Cooper, they allow me to do some things that I wouldn't be able to do in the practice by myself.
Yeah.
We talk about the book Who, Not How.
Yeah.
And
that's your
those are my who's.
Yeah.
And you can only do so much without people supporting you and helping you with the vision.
Yeah. Well, shout out to the doctor. Shout out to you, man. I'm grateful for you to take some time out your day on this evening and come just share with our people, man. We have people that ask all kind of questions, and we just noticed that we hadn't hit this subject. So I would definitely want to bring somebody in that I know and I trust to talk about it. So that's pretty sweet. So let the viewers know the locations for Allen, Prosper, the new location, and your information.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have our first office in Allen, Texas, off of 75 McDermott, 204 Central Expressway South, Allen, Texas, 75013, Suite 45. Then we have our Aubrey/Prosper location, and that's 27045 East University Drive in Aubrey, Texas, 76227, right off 380. And then our Melissa location, we don't have the address quite yet, but it is going to be in the Melissa Village, right off of 75 and 121, right going into the heart of Melissa.
Yeah.
You can contact us for initial consultation at 214-383-9170, and the answering service will prompt you to select which location you would like to go to. Reach us on the website, Cornerstone Chiropractic TX, as in Texas.com, and you can read all about us.
Good. I'm proud of you, man.
Man,
that Melissa location, man, is real sweet with that. You got Anna, Melissa, Bonham. That's another market, man.
It's a whole nother market, yeah. And so we're trying to reach these communities and let them know about chiropractic care, and let them know is an effective way to heal your body.
Yeah.
And people need that, man. They need it.
Yeah.
They need it. And so I want to thank you for allowing me to come out here on this lovely evening, man. I've been waiting to get on the Eagle Talk for a long time, baby.
Well, you here?
Long time. We here now.
Yeah.
So, but thank you, and thank you for doing this for other people.
Yeah.
You and Rosemary are a blessing.
Thank you.
And God sees it. So
yeah. Thank you very much. I want to just thank you guys for tuning in to a different Eagle Talk. We just wanted to give you a little bit of health perspective in the chiropractic care with one of the best in Texas, Mr. Dr. L. Anderson. And we'll see you guys next time. Signing off.